ability to hop on the stage yourself, please raise your hand and one of us will pull you up here. The goal of the Ops Sprint is to show the greater community what all of the departments are doing at a higher level. Each department has a couple of minutes to go over everything that they're doing for the week. We don't need to get too extremely detailed, and I'd like to leave any longer discussions to be at the particular meetings for the specific departments or to be had asynchronously inside Discord. But this is a great way for the community to find out, hey, what's operations doing? What's security doing? What are those CMODs doing back there? And we can get a better understanding of what's going on. So we'll start at the top of the list, and we'll work our way down. And remember to grab your POAP right there on that screen as well. So CMODs, Hunt, I think you're up. So go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Tyler. So CMODs are working on calendar solutions. We have like a mess of calendars right now. There's two different demographics as far as I see that are being served by the calendar. There's like community members and then there's contributors. And they're both community, it's just the needs are different. So trying to establish the right calendar solutions has been a major priority. Reworking channels and consolidating channels has been something we've been working on. Establishing a permission structure is something that GK and Marley are working on. They can touch on that a little bit more. Routine CMOD responsibilities are taken care of, maintaining a healthy community, call and meeting moderation, and projecting future needs of CMODs. It's been on like our list of to-dos. GK could touch on that a little bit more. I know I sprinted through that pretty quick, but that's the overview. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Hunt. That's great. Yeah, excited to see. I know I saw some rumblings of maybe like an intern or something like that for GK to get him some help. So it'll be exciting to see that. All right. The LPX is not with us. He's at a, I don't know if they're doing the holiday right now, but it's pretty sure it's rough hours for him over in Korea. So I'm going to give the updates for information and globalization. So they made a whole bunch of progress in the unified repo. They're going to try and spend more time on recruiting, but right now everyone's got their hands kind of full. So maybe if anyone's interested in leaning a helping hand out with information and globalization, hop into their channels and see if we can help LPX out and meet their needs. They're trying to wrap up the Reddit AMA and the HoneySwap initiatives to get right into this work stream. Calls for transparency into the DAO, we're trying to do our best to answer that call with metadata, more information. I know that PTT had a post about more information being posted, and there's a lot of focus right now in governance around the DAO being open. Hopefully this is a meeting that's a start to that. And it looks like, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that holiday, but there's a big holiday in Korea, and they're pushing their demo back a couple of days. So see the update in the calendar for that and make sure you're at that. Is it a kickoff, or it's just a big update on what's been going on with the department and the repo? Marketing and growth.
All right, looks like I'm going to cover this too. So I'm personally creating a Notion document for open bounties and various positions that are open. So I'll swap down to number 4. Job description has been written for the email and copywriter role. I've been doing like some cross-community research for different ventures of growth that we could go into. I'm not really too sure how I'm going to approach it, but I've been going through like a large list of communities that we could possibly target. Social and community mediums are being established: Reddit, PublishOX, Telegram. We already have those established, but we're thinking that we're going to try to line up with like DAO versions of what we already have. So that leads me to meet with globalization, LPX and Gray. We really want to integrate what they're doing with what we're doing and try to like maximize the content that we both create and distribute it appropriately. So that's definitely on the list of to-dos. Supporting new initiatives. So I think that goes with like the day-to-days that marketing already has to take on inherently. we've been going through like the sushi launch, and we have various things going on right now as well that we have to try to support and engage in. So we're taking care of those daily activities, just like CMOD takes care of daily activities, just like support does as well, and all the other work streams. So yeah, that's a breakdown of marketing as far as I'm concerned. We have a marketing kickoff meeting today at 3, I believe, Mountain Time. That's 5 p.m. New York. So if people are available, come check it out. I think Pete's working on those slides right now, so it'll be cool.
Thanks, Hunt, again. Support. Meg, you're around. I'm going to send you an invite to see if you can get up here. Hey, Meg, how's it going?
Hey, good morning. Am I coming in?
Yep, we can hear you.
Morning.
All right, cool. So, yeah, I mean, this is our first DAO ops sprint, so I'm kind of taking on what I would typically do in the centralized ShapeShift ops sprint and talk a little bit about what happened with customer service in the past week, and then just sending any updates in regards to any of our help desk material or any other projects that we're working on as a team. So just to give you a little bit of insight of the past week, we had 405 new tickets come through the ticketing queue through Zendesk. This obviously does not include any support that was managed in Discord, which is, I would say becoming like at least a few times a day we're talking to a user on Discord. So it's definitely not as significant as the incoming tickets that we're seeing on Zendesk. Our one-touch percentage was 58%. We were right around the 60% range for a while, just due to some very efficient automations we were using, but we've pulled back a little bit on those as the airdrop is starting to wind down. So we'll probably see this number tick down a little bit more, but anything over 50% historically has been very good. But we would always love to see that go up because that just means it only took one interaction or one automation to resolve the user's problem. And our first touch time is 86 minutes. I don't know about you guys listening. I know those of you that have been a part of ShapeShift for a long time are aware of this, but I would like you to go try to reach out to a support team elsewhere and see if you'll hear back within 2 hours. So not to be too cocky, but that's a damn good first response time. And then also on the help desk side of things, we added a new section for GEM. So now that we have the fiat off ramp and also on ramp, we have some help desk articles in there to help users go through that process and flow. And then we also have the Sushi Swap article that is under review right now, but it's basically like we've seen across a couple other teams. I think Growth or Product also had a how-to, but we have kind of went through the entire process, put every screenshot down necessary. So if a customer's looking for how to do it, they can easily find it through our help desk. We also have some other articles ready to launch whenever we're given the go. And then I wrote on here an issue haunting us from last week is on this link right here. I'm not really sure if this is the time and place to chat about it, but if you're on that link, this is the issue that we still have tickets coming in for in this past week. It's basically prohibiting a select amount of users from sending funds because they're getting this error that's popping up that you'll find on the link. And then I'm scared and nervous and all of those feelings wrapped into one. But this week, I should be posting the initial draft of the proposal for the customer support workstream. So I've been working on this for several weeks now. I had a little break in between to move across the country, but I'm looking forward to the feedback. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that in the forum.
Awesome. Thanks, Meg. I'm really excited that you've been able to put that work into that and looking forward to see your proposal. I've seen a little bits and pieces of the drafts and I'm excited for what you've got coming. Product. Let's hear from you guys.
You guys hear me?
I can.
Good morning. Thank you. I was having some technical issues. Okay, cool. Just a quick note on the link that you posted, Meg, is that I saw the link there. I think no one internal has been able to reproduce it, but we can talk to ops about that one this week. So for product this week, we have our product roadmap review with the community on Friday. Super excited about that. Hopefully everyone can make that, see where we're headed. And then I'll also post on the forum before that so that you guys can see the roadmap and then ask questions when we get to that point on Friday. It's at 11 Mountain, so 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so then I'm also working on a process for people external to a workstream to add a new feature into the product. So working on sort of what are those milestones that we need to look at and how that workflow happens. And then I'm going to let Willie touch on this later, but we're working on FairDrop and the liquidity mining V2, so I'll let him take those, but we're also working with engineering on that this week. There are a couple community calls this week with Olympus DAO and ShapeShift DAO. Olympus DAO call is tomorrow. The Arduino one is on Wednesday. And then the last thing that we have going on is the post-airdrop homepage planning, which we'll need at the end-ish of October. I think that's all I have.
Engineering.
Hey everybody, good day, happy Monday. At a high level, on the Unchained side, we're still integrating BTC, and as wrapped into part of that is we're defining a common interface. So we built it for ETH, and now that we're adding new chain types, we're determining what's common and then where you extend the common interface to be able to accommodate for Ethereum and Ethereum-based coins and BTC and UTXO-based coins. And then next, we'll also look at the Cosmos and other Tendermint type coins and keep going from there. We're still migrating our alerting from Slack to Discord, so that's in progress. And we are working on the staking contract abstraction layers in mobile and web. So to be able to support the new contract will start at the, middle of October when the existing one expires, instead of just adding the ability to interact with one more staking contract, we're introducing and implementing an abstraction layer so that we can continue to add staking contracts with less work in the future. And then reminder of a couple community calls specifically for engineering this week to review the engineering budget that went to the forum last week. So we'll talk about that. That's tomorrow at 4 Mountain. And then we're having our first engineering office hours Wednesday at 3. That is meant mostly for developers who have questions or just want to chat with people from the engineering team about parts of the stack. We're going to see how that goes and hopefully do those on a regular basis, but we're experimenting with the first engineering office hours this Wednesday.
Awesome. Thanks, Paul. Really looking forward to your guys' office hours. Those are a staple of centralized ShapeShift, and I hope that they can continue going forward. Security. Do we have Mr. Nerd here in the audience? Doesn't look like it. I will read his updates. All right, so we've got the Ichi contract review. I know that's been a big subject of debate in the governance calls. So if you're not familiar with that, go hop on one of those video recordings to catch up with what Mr. Nerd here has been communicating with his concerns around Ichi proposal. There's the fair drop list audit, making sure that we've got every address accounted for the fair drop for all those addresses for people who had staked tokens. The final centralized RDP payouts. So this is the last of a list of responsible disclosures that we have from centralized ShapeShift. If someone has reported something to the security team and we were able to fix it and pay out a bounty, we've got a small list of payouts we're still paying out for that. And then there's a security workstream kickoff happening later. I'm not exactly sure what time that is, but if someone has access to that and can post that in the chat, I would very much appreciate that. And then rolling right into operations. The Operations in Ocean is being made available this week, so you can see all of our resources for testing, for prod issues, for POAP generation and the minting schedule and things like that. And speaking of that, the minting process and schedule has been created, at least the bare bones of that, and we are working on the other ends of the pipeline with marketing and growth and product to be able to have people request POAPs before their calls, have the artwork generated beforehand, and then have really cool artwork for the POAPs right away when we want them. So bear with us with those coming soon, POAPs, and a little bit of the difficulties that we've had as we've gotten this process going. I hope that by the end of this week, start of next week, we should have a very streamlined POAP experience, and everyone should have cool POAPs with community-generated art. T-Shifty and Lich should be getting set up to test everything locally that's going on both old centralized ShapeShift as well as the new open source ShapeShift. So engineers, you may see them hop into your guys' channels to see if there's someone who can help them get set up into the right GitHubs and get anything downloaded that they need to get their mobile sims up and running and able to start testing for you guys. We should have a job description out for the ops assistant by the end of this week. And I will also be out Thursday and Friday this week. So if you need anything from operations on those days, please reach out to Shifty, please reach out to Litz, please reach out to Danielle, and those people can help you out in your time of need. All right, and tokenomics. Let's bring us home, Willie.
Hey, everybody. Love that we're doing these discussions in public with the community now, and love that we have a tokenomics section. That's pretty cool, and that's new. It's the best day ever. So lots happening in tokenomics land this week. The fair drop proposal is passed. The address audit, like security workstream mentioned, is currently in progress. We're aiming to go live with this ASAP because there is a set amount of time that people can claim this. It goes until October 12th. So we want to get this live ASAP, but we want to make sure that the address list is audited first. I know Jack's goal is to have that done today. And then we also want to make sure that the press is aware and that we can make a big splash and make sure that the people who are eligible for the fair drop hear the news. So coordinating with Lindsay and the marketing and growth work stream, and that's part of the reason why we might wait to launch until Thursday, is to make sure we have time to have a concrete launch date ready to go and then give the press a heads up. Another past proposal is the proposal to extend liquidity mining on the Fox and ETH pool on Uniswap v2. So engineering workstream is going to get everything ready to go for this. The contract has actually already been deployed, so we're just working on mostly UI UX at this point. And the new program is scheduled to go live October 12th, so 48 hours before the initial program ends. Olympus Pro launched this Friday. It's very exciting. Their team is going to walk us through this new product on Tuesday and how we can use it. Basically, TLDR is that it can enable the ShapeShift DAO to purchase Fox and ETH liquidity pool tokens in exchange for Fox. And it's basically a complementary either supplement or even an alternative that can eventually replace liquidity mining. So, right now we just had this proposal passed to reward another, I think it's around 15 million Fox to this next round. Instead, we can start to use some of this Fox from the Treasury to actually purchase the liquidity pool token as opposed to just incentivizing it. They posted in our forum just yesterday about this, and we've been talking to them a little bit about it on the side. It seems very cool, and they're going to tell us more about it on Tuesday. So please join that call if you're interested. Also, the Fox and ETH pool on Polygon Sushi Swap is live. That's awesome. It's being incentivized with both sushi and Matic rewards. There is a bug on their interface right now, inflating all the numbers. So if you look at it, we do not actually have over 2 billion TVL there. It's closer to 1 million. You can look on Polygon on chain to actually see what the real numbers are if you're curious. Also, the Ichi proposal for one Fox has been removed temporarily to address security workstream requests. We appreciate them, putting so much effort into this and working with us to make sure that there's no security concerns. So stay tuned for round 2. I know once the security concerns are addressed, they will be putting another proposal back up. And there's a lot of other Foxonomic discussions happening in the forum, so please check them out. Probably the next one that will be in governance process is the Honey Swap liquidity mining discussion. That's currently in ideation and could use some more votes, especially because right now ideation is broken, so this is happening in the forum. But if you're in support of that, please check it out and express that with the forum vote. And then also there's a lot of other discussions. Perpetual protocol to both bounty and an integration and have an affiliate revenue program, the XDAI discussion, and also some discussions that were started recently from Gelato DAO. Please check those out and share your thoughts in the forum. Back to you, Tyler.
Thanks, Billy. Great updates, everyone, and thanks for keeping it high level and short and minutes, which is what I try and hope to do every single time here. So thank you, everyone. If you didn't grab your POAP, please grab that POAP. We will post the agenda, at least in the recorded meetings channel as well, so you can go grab it as well afterwards if you didn't get it on the call. And I hope everyone has a good week, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Yes.